Good evening, Instagram. Good evening, Facebook land out there. How's everybody doing out there? 7 p.m. Time for Joel's College of Swing Era Knowledge. That's right. What do you think, Hopper? Okay. Every night, 7 p.m. Monday, Jazz. Tuesday, Charleston. Wednesday, Lindy Hop and Jitterbug. Thursdays, Thursday evening swing. Friday, Shag night. Saturdays, Balboa and Bell swing. Sunday, teachers and organizers. Cause I got happy feet. All right. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Whoa. Hey. Easy on the music. All right, so Friday night College of Swing Era Knowledge. We are going live tonight with some shag topics. In the notes that I posted all over Facebook for promo and in the notes for tonight, you'll see it says something like, if you've been dancing shag for the past 7 years, this is going to be really interesting for you tonight. The reason I bring up 7 years is because in 2013, two good friends of mine, colleagues, friends. One, I'm not going to say old friend, he's a young friend compared to me, but for a very long time, and a newer friend in Stephen and Chansey. So the reason I bring this up is in 2013, they were teaching at Rock That Swing Festival, and they did an incredible number for collegiate shag. And they were dancing it a ton before that, but I would say there's certain performances that happen throughout someone's career or in the dance scene or whatnot. And I think this is the one that put collegiate shag back on the map. And so what was really nice, think about what Steve and Chansey were doing, is they just danced their butts off everywhere they went. And without a doubt, it's because of them that I think shag has gained popularity again. Not to say that there weren't people dancing shag. I mean, Hillary had shag competitions at Camp Hollywood almost throughout all the years. I mean, so it's not, but it wasn't so much in the mainstream. And so that's why I say in the last 7 years. I'm going to put a pin in 2013 and before that. Now, with that said, I got to give a big shout out to my shag mentor, Lance Benishek, dance historian in Minnesota. And I want to say it was 2003 or 2004 where I learned a lot of this historical stuff. And it just stuck with me. I personally, I'm a big fan of the history of all the swing era dances. So I try hard to relate that in my classes, either bring it up as a point of discussion or actually continue to teach some of the original steps. And this is my topic for tonight with regards to shag. Now, if you've seen my previous shag discussions, I've talked about single rhythm, double rhythm, and triple rhythm shag. I've talked about, I think, some stylings on the step hop and things like that. Tonight, because of the focus that I want to have and try to keep it between 30 to 40 minutes, I'm going to stick with double rhythm shag. Everything that I'm going to do tonight, though, can be applied to single rhythm shag and triple rhythm shag. But for the sake of what I think is the most popular these days, and just for a point of clarity, tonight is going to be double rhythm shag. Now, let's really quick it up for those of you that weren't at those topics before. Here's what I mean by double rhythm shag. This is the timing and the movement that we're going to work on. So whether you're a leader or follower, it doesn't matter. We're going to be working on step, hop, quick, quick. Slow, slow, quick, quick. And usually for a leader, you'll start that on your left foot, slow, slow, quick, quick. And followers, you'll start on your right foot, slow, slow, quick, quick. But as always, you want to be ambidextrous. You want to be able to do that rhythm on the right foot, the left foot, it doesn't matter. So the first concept that I want to go over that's very different from what you see in the way shag is danced today. And it's for a number of reasons. Again, I brought up the performance by Stephen Chansey in 2013 and that putting shag on the map. And also there's a lot of, with the shag competitions and things like that, when you're competition dancing, you basically have a focus on trying to do your stuff to the judges. So you're going to kind of be put, kind of set where you want to do your movements versus more of a social setting. And the social setting I want to bring up historically is the fact that this dance came from the era of kind of the traveling dances, the waltzes, the foxtrot, and the one-steps. And so whether you call it traveling dance or line of the dance, the first thing I want to talk about is the original forms of SHAG. You had traveling movement with it. And so what I mean by that, I don't know if it's possible. What I mean by that is we're going to move across the floor. And as we move across the floor, I want you to notice what we're doing with our feet. And I'm going to go over that in detail in just a second. So I'm going to bring Jackie out here so that you can see what this looks like. And I have a feeling we're going to hear some screaming in the background. But don't stress about that. So we're going to do this really, really quick. So as we're here, we're going to travel across the floor. And what's going to happen is as I travel across the floor, I'm going to do one basic, slow, slow, quick, quick, move, move, quick, quick. Watch from this angle. I do a basic, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick. Now if I'm going backwards, I have slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick. Again, from this angle, I'm going to do a basic, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick. Okay. Sorry about the kiddo in the background. Hey, it's how we live nowadays. We're quarantining. Okay. Now, I did that really quickly because of kiddo. If you can go back and watch it again, but let me go through it really slowly now. Here's what's neat about the traveling. So, usually if you're a leader, you're looking along the line of the dance, which is going to be counterclockwise. And so, as you're moving forward, when you do that rhythm of slow, slow, quick, quick, what you're going to do is let your feet trail behind you. Here's what I mean by that. So as I move forward, I'm going to go slow, trail behind, slow, trail behind, quick, quick. All right. If I'm following, I'm also going to let my feet trail. What I mean by that is as a follower, I get pushed along the line of the dance, slow, but look at my foot. It's going to trail here, slow here, quick, quick. So what looks really neat as you do this movement and you travel, your feet are moving together, right? So they have this cool kind of look to them. The feet are together. Now you don't have to do that, but this is one of those kind of neat historical things I like to pass on. So as you're progressing along the line of the dance or any line traveling, which again is a very rare thing to do when we're dancing today, you're going to let the feet, what I say, trail behind. So if you had you blow out a candle and you pass it, there's going to be a trail of smoke that goes behind it. And so if you're looking at it this way and I go, then the smoke is going this way. But if I'm pulling it this way, then it looks like the smoke is going that way. It's just one of those like cool little historical things to start to play with. Again, you will rarely see this in the dancing today because we don't typically travel and we don't typically think about that trailing foot. So again, our rhythm is slow, slow, quick, quick, step, hop, quick, quick. So let me go through that with a leader. I'm going to do one basic just so you can see this again, and then I'm going to move. I'm going to try to do two traveling basics going backwards. So I'm going to go slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick. So again, you saw that my foot was trailing behind. So if I was leading and going backwards, then I would have that foot trail behind. If I'm leading and going forward, slow, slow, quick, quick, trail behind, quick, quick, trail behind, quick, quick. And now if you're following, you're going to feel that motion and you're going to have your feet going the opposite of whatever the leader is doing. So again, you get that really, really cool look to it. Let's bring Jackie up one more time. So here we are. So watch. So again, that first example, I'm going to do a basic, slow, slow, quick, quick. See the feet? Quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick. Now I'm going to go forward. Jackie's going to go backwards. So her feet will stay in front of her. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick. Yeah, it's nice to be able to see it with both sets of feet. Okay, so that's the first thing I wanted to cover, was historically speaking, the traveling of the basic. The next thing is, so in general, they'd be doing line of the dance stuff, and then you'd go into the middle of the circle where your non-traveling stuff was happening, jitterbug, Lindy hop, whatever, you wanted to do some moves. So you get out of the revolving line of the dance, get to the center. Now you get into, again, what we don't see that often is turning with the shag. And what I mean by turning is, again, it's so different nowadays watching competitions where we just kind of like do a basic facing one direction, or with my moves oriented to the judges or something like that. What we would normally do historically, socially, is turn with the basic, whether that's clockwise or counterclockwise. And so literally, let's just get up and do that. So whether you're leading or following, it doesn't matter. Start doing a basic, slow, slow, quick, quick. Now, with this rhythm, turn clockwise. And it doesn't have to be anything super fast. It's just a rotation through. Now turn counterclockwise. So this would be kind of the basic movement of shag. You'd be traveling or turning in general. Now, obviously, once you get into some moves and stuff, you might stop that rotation. But those are the two kind of fundamental historical things that we rarely see anymore. Traveling across the floor and using your basic in a turning fashion. Okay, so now this brings up the first kind of movement or figure and the technique of it with historical shag, and that would be turns. So now I did say turning, and that's turning with the basic clockwise or counterclockwise, but now leading a turn. And there are a lot of different techniques that are taught today, but what I'm going to do is talk about in general the technique of out on the quick, quick, in on the step up, and how exactly we actually do lead that. So I'm going to say that again. Out on the quick, quick, in on the step hop. I'm going to combine that idea with the element of turning with your basics. So if I can bring Jackie back out here, you'll see what that means, and then I'll break it down. So I'm going to do one basic in place. I'm going to start to do some turning with my basic, and then I'm going to turn Jackie. Let me tilt this up for Facebook land so you can see. So remember, the feet are just going slow, slow, quick, quick. Okay. So I'm going to do one basic in place just for the sake of a rhythm. Slow, slow, quick, quick. Now I'm turning my basic. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick. So notice we're rotating the basic clockwise. I send Jackie out, taking the left hand over the head, sending her out on the quick, quick. Then on the step hop is where I do a hand lift, and that brings her right back to me. So and again, this isn't what we would do historically, but let me do it statically. What I mean by that is one basic in place, slow, slow, quick, quick. Now I turn and I lift, and you can see Jackie come back to me. Now, in order to be really historically correct, you're going to rotate with this idea, out on the quick, quick, in on the step hop, and it has this really cool feel that you continue. That's like a little spiral graph if you were a kid in the 70s. Okay, so now I can do that same thing going counterclockwise. It looks and feels a little different, but it's the same idea. So I'm going to do a basic, slow. Now I'm going to go counterclockwise.
Quick, quick, slow.
Now,
quick, quick, slow.
and I'm going to try to keep that rotation. So I still have that same technique. Out on the quick, quick, in on the step hop, lifting back into the basic shag. Okay, so that is my other, as far as like historically correct kind of thing, like this stuff's going to blow your mind. I'm not saying you have to do this all the time, but there is, there's just a nice variation that you can put into your regular shag dancing. Yeah, so if you want to get historical, travel a little bit, remember the trailing feet, start turning with the basic clockwise or counterclockwise, and then add in your turns. The technique is out on the quick, quick, in on the step hop. Now, can you Turn your follower out on the slows? Absolutely. Again, I'm not one of those teachers that's like, it has to be this way all the time or whatnot. There's certain dance manuals where you'll see this technique, and some people are like, you have to do it the way the dance manual is, or you have to do it the way the certain teacher does it, whatever. Take it all in, and you can change the rhythms, change the timing. It just feels really neat to turn your basic, turning basic, out on the quick, in on the step hop, and have that flow. Try it out next time you dance your cleated shag. Okay, so the next thing I want to cover is breaks. Now, the first one, let me cover, okay, I'm going to do these two. I do see these a little bit socially, but I want to make sure I go through the technique of this, and that is a face-to-face break and a side-by-side break. The technique is really similar. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dance a basic and then a face-to-face break with Jackie, and then a basic. Then I'm going to open up side-by-side and do a side-by-side break. Again, the technique of it is pretty similar. So I just want you to show you the moves, and then I'll break that down solo for you. Okay, so let's check this out. I'm going to tilt this up for Facebook land again. Okay, let's see if we see our feet too. Let me tilt that down just a little bit. Okay, so again, we're going to go for a basic, a face-to-face break, a basic, and then open up the side-by-side and the side-by-side break. So I have a basic. Now I break. Back to a basic. Let's do that again. Break. Now I'm going to open up side-by-side. Now break, quick, break, slow, quick. Watch that side-by-side again. So I do a basic, I open up, and now we break, slow, quick. Now, so what I'm going to do on both the face-to-face break and the side-by-side break is the way it was described to me one time, and I kind of like it. I'm just going to stick with it. It's like a skin lift. So if you put your hand on someone's back and you try to like lift the skin on their back. I know it sounds gross, but it's good. It makes you understand how it feels. So in order for the follower to feel the timing of that break, it typically happens on the slows. And you'll notice Jackie put her foot back behind her, and I put my foot in front of me for a slow, quick, instead of step hop. So it's one of those things you kind of know if you're a shag dancer, and you know that timing and that rhythm. So it'd be slow, quick lift, slow, quick lift. And again, Valerie chiming in, Eric and Sylvia said that. Yeah, they probably did. They always had some weird quirky. I remember Sylvia saying something like it only takes 8 pounds of pressure to pull off an ear. Like why you would say that in a workshop, I don't know, but I love Sylvia and Eric. Like they were so much fun back when we were learning. So yes, Sylvia Schuyler and Eric Robeson, for all you young kids. When Valerie and I say Eric and Sylvia, we know exactly who that is. All right. So anyway, yes, skin lift. So the hand for a leader, check this out. Let me tilt this up. My hand is on the follower's back. Okay. And so what's going to happen is after the quick, that's when I'm going to give a lift, not just with my hand, but with my whole body. So watch, as I do a basic, I have this flow, right? But if I want to do the break, I'm going to go slow, quick. And as you can see, I saw on the camera, I'm staying right about here on the basic. And when I go into that lift, you can see I bring my whole body up. And the up creates the down of the break, right? So I'm going to go slow, quick, slow, quick lift, down, quick lift, down. Now for me, I typically will always give that lift before the break. Some people I've seen teach some teachers have said I start the break and then we keep doing it. It's just kind of known that we keep doing it until the end. That's fine. I mean, there's different techniques. I like to lead it every single time. Okay, so that's the face-to-face break where you have your hand on the back and you give that lift on the follower's back. They feel the up and then they create the down. Now when we open side by side, I can choose to either keep my hand on the back or slide it over a little bit to the follower's hip or side area. Again, same thing. So let me get up and do this. So I'm here, I do a basic, slow, slow, quick, quick. I open up, and let's say Jackie and I are side to side. So once again, you're going to see my hand when I go into it. Slow, slow, quick lift, boom. You can see that up. And whether the hand is on the hip or the hand is on the back, you definitely feel that distinct up. And then we're into our breaks. Now when you're side by side, you both break forward, right? So we're both breaking forward when we go side by side. It's just, again, one of those things. I mean, I guess you can break backwards when you're side by side. It doesn't matter, but traditionally, you're going to break forward when you're side by side. Let's see if we got some more questions out there. Oh, Darla, good to see. I know, right? We're going to be doing classes at the Jack in Post Falls, Idaho, hopefully sooner than later. We're figuring all of our social distancing stuff out. We're going to get it all figured out. We're going to be offering classes all over the Spokane, Post Falls, Coeur d'Alene area. I digress. All right, so we have traveling with the basic. We have turning with the basic, clockwise or counterclockwise. We have turns, out on the quick, in on the step hop. Work with a partner to feel it. If you don't have a partner, dance with your invisible partner and try to feel those variations. All right, the two breaks we just went through were the face-to-face break and the side-by-side break, both being led by a lift, a skin lift, if you will, of the back or the side and feeling that break step. So instead of step hopping, we break and extend our feet. Okay, this next one is very rarely done. It's called a side break. Let me bring Jackie out here and show you what that is, and then we'll break it down. So again, these are some really historical movements that we don't see too often socially, but it's all good. Hopefully you can add it in as some of your variations. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to do a basic and then a side break. So I have basic. Now we do a side break, side break, and back to the basic. Watching this angle. Side, side, and back up to the basic. All right, excellent. So, two elements to this side break. Okay, I'm not giving a skin lift on this one, so I'm not creating an up to create a down. My entire body goes into the side break shape. So instead of doing the step, hop, quick, I break, but I break to the side with my feet. So let me go through the feet first. I'm going to tilt this down, move Instagram a little bit. Okay, so as a leader, watch my feet. I'm going to be here, and I'm going to do a basic, slow, slow, quick. And now I'm going to break to the side. Side, side, quick, side, side, quick. So my entire body creates that shape. Boom, boom. It's like a little side lunge. Yeah? So we do that from the front. Slow, slow, quick, side, 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 side. So everything drops down a little bit, again, creating that break feel. And then your body basically creates this shape, which your follower is feeling and will hopefully dance accordingly. I mean, if the follower lifts behind while you're doing a side break, it's no big deal. But again, leaders, you have the intention of the shape. You know the move that you're trying to do. Okay, next thing that you probably noticed. It's not mandatory, but I really like the look of it. So I'm dancing my shag, right? And so now I'm here, and when I go into the side break with my body, I also bring the hand down into the side. So I'd go slow, slow, quick, boom. So my body drops down, my arm comes to the side. So the thing that I like to do to be a clear leader is I'll keep my arm to the side. I'll keep doing that side break movement until I'm ready, boom, to come back up on the step hop, usually on the slope. So my hand will come up. I'll usually give like maybe a little bit of a rotation on it just to kind of break that feel. But that's going to be the basic technique of a side break. Again, we don't see that too often. You can play around with turning with it and doing traveling with it, all kinds of fun stuff. All right, so traveling and turning. Turns, breaks, face-to-face, side-by-side, and side breaks. All right, the last thing I want to cover as far as some historical shag stuff is what we call open kicks. Open kicks. And again, we're sticking with slow, slow, quick, quick rhythm, double rhythm shag. Watch what this looks like, and then I'll break it down for you. All right, Jackie, here we go. All right. So here is the open kicks. So I'm going to be here, and I'm going to, for the sake of this, I'm going to do one basic and then a turn, and you'll see how we get into open kicks. Slow. Now remember, we turn on the quick, quick. So I go. Turn and flip, flip. Arm goes out, in, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow. There she comes back in. Watching this angle. Out and boom. And lift. Yeah. Now that would be the historical way. Nowadays, you'll see more people open up this way, doing here and opening here. And so you can have that same technique as far as the arms and the feet, which I'm going to go over in a second, taking it in this position, open kicks with the hand on the back versus the open kicks coming from here. Yeah? So, thank you, Jackie. Those are the open kicks. And the reason I bring that up historically is a lot of times you'll see people do different kick patterns, but I want to go over the arms and the placement and the movement of the feet in particular for the shag, for some historical stuff. Oh, here we go. Oh, can't watch right now. Got to force the kids to bed. Hey, the struggle is real. I hear you. Thanks, Jill, for popping in. Watch it later, and I'll have it on my YouTube channel as well. Okay, so the open kicks. Remember, leaders, you're leading out on the quick, quick. Slow, slow, quick, quick. Now I'm going to have this hand come through, and I'm going to have a slow. And that slow is going to be a up and a kick, up and a kick, quick, quick, up and a kick, up and a kick. Now I'm going to keep doing this. I want you to watch my hand. Hand goes out, in. So hand goes opposition. Hands are opposition. And I'm going to stop rotating for a second. I keep my knees close together. And I'm also kicking back, forward, knees close, back, forward. If I rotate with it with the hand, then you get this really cool opposition and this nice photo op in that position. Now, if you're following, you're just going to go into that opposite foot. You'll be kicking the left foot and the right foot, and your arm is in opposition. Again, if we're side by side, rather than a lot of times you'll see people standing and kicking, arm is just out to the side, but I'm going to lead some rotation for myself, and I'm going to think about those knees and those kicks, and I'm going to think about the hands. So the follower is next to me, doing the opposite footwork. Let me turn around so you can see that from the back. So this is if we were in side by side, but I'm leading kicks out, in, and step, hop, ending. You'll notice when Jackie and I were doing the historical version, when I sent her out on the quick, quick, we're doing our series of kicks. And what do? Lift on the step hop. Again, going back to the technique, the turning technique of out on the quick, quick, and in on the step hop. So I use that same technique for the open kicks. Woo! Once again, none of this stuff is like, it's nothing that's like super flashy or anything like that. So I get it. There's a lot of competition now, and there's a lot of cooler moves in shag. But if you want to be historically correct, and especially if you're a teacher and you want to bring some of that into your teaching just to kind of give some reference point to some of your students and then go into other figures and stuff that are popular today, I mean, that's great. But again, I really like the history of the dance. I like sharing this knowledge with people. And so to recap what we talked about today for the College of Swing Era Knowledge Shag Night, Specifically some historically correct things, traveling with your basic, feet trailing behind, whether you're moving forward or backwards. So you got to play with that. Turning. So anytime you stop traveling, you're turning clockwise or counterclockwise with your basic. The turn technique, out on the quick, in on the step hop. I encourage you to try to keep turning while you do it. It feels really cool, whether you're going clockwise or counterclockwise. We talked about our break steps, face to face, side by side with the skin lift and a side break with the arm coming down to the side, legs breaking out to the side accordingly. And we wrapped it up with open kicks, keeping your knees close together, kicking back and forward, arms in opposition. Start playing around with some of that and see how it looks, see how it feels. It's probably going to feel really different compared to what you might be used to with your collegiate shag. I think different's good. Try some stuff out, add some texture to your shag dancing, travel around the floor, have fun with it. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed tonight's edition of Joel's College of Swing Era Knowledge, SHAG edition. If you can, please donate $1 or $2. Every little bit helps. I mean, especially if you're a teacher. I've said this before. I think I've given you gold right now to take to your classes. I mean, you could really, I try to go pretty quickly to get it under a half hour with everything we've got to do with kiddos and stuff like that. I could easily, if I was at home here in Spokane, if I was going to do a shag session, I would spend 1 hour on traveling and turning. I would spend the next week on turn techniques. I would spend a week on break variations, and then finally on those open kicks. So I've given you a month's worth of material. If you're a teacher and you think it's worth $1 or $2, please donate. Yeah. So bottom line is shameless plugs. Donate. Look above. Look above. This dog needs to be fed. I'm just kidding. All right, everyone. As always, I'm Joel, College of Swing Era Knowledge. Monday, Jazz. Tuesday, Charleston. Wednesday, high five, Lindy Hop and Jitterbug. Thursday evening swing here in Spokane. Friday, Shag Edition. Saturday, Balboa and Bell Swing. Sunday, teachers and organizers. As always, night, night. I'm crazy about you.